All right, jumping back to the beginning of August, we've got another run from the Mirror Weekly. And unsurprisingly, I still have tons of unedited footage from that weekly. I played nothing but the Mirror Pack for basically 2 weeks solid, trying to get all the unobtainable achievements and also trying to add as many teams as possible into the pool for other people to copy them. There probably will be one more video about this pack after this. But then I think the rest of the unused runs will just be consigned to history because, they are a little bit on the repetitive side since you're kind of doing the same thing in every game. You're just trying to get a different achievement each time. So this particular video is going to focus on the nest. And although I spent most of my time trying to get the Giant Eyes Dog and the Fire Pup, there were a lot of other people who were really struggling to get even one run with a nest. And I guess it's partly because of the way that Robin works. You know, you have to play Robin at the back of the team in order to make the nest appear fourth. And even then, it's pretty common for an opponent to only have one pet left when you lose to them. So oftentimes you would be offered the opportunity to copy a Robin and not a nest. I played so many games in this weekly that I ended up seeing a lot of nests, but for the people who had, less time to commit to it, I'm not really surprised at all that they were struggling to find opposing nests, not least because Robin is just an underplayed unit in general, even when there's a secret achievement on the line. But I ended up having a bunch of different runs with the nest, and so we're going to compile them all together into this video. A lot of teams running Swan and Falcon, it seems. I often look back at these and think, the matchmaking is super suspect. But at the same time, these are just very, very good units to take, Falcon especially in this weekly, as it manages to scrape us a tie. Most of the time I was specifically trying to go for Fire Pup and Giant Eyes Dog, but sometimes runs just didn't pan out that way. And you can see here we're probably winning too early. We're not going to find any of those teams that managed to get the Giant Eyes Dog via drawing. So in the end, we're just going to have to set up for an Anglerfish game. And at this point, there were a lot of other creators trying to get these rare achievements. And so I think towards the end of the week, the Angler method, or towards the end of the second week, the Angler method was becoming much more viable. But early on, I think it was really only worthwhile for trying to get Golden Retriever and Rock. I guess the easiest ones that you could very easily obtain on turns 1, 2, 3, 4. So we buy our first Angler. We roll down looking just for Chocolate and Waffle. We've already got the Quetzalcoatl at level 2. We do face a fairy team here. They are fairly uncommon. However, the Giant Eyes Dog's not going to be copyable, unsurprisingly. And then they've got the level 3 Butterfly, so we're just going to automatically lose. But that's okay. We don't really want to win anyway because we don't have enough time to get something to level 3 with the level 2 Quetzal. I guess we could if we got 2 copies from the Anglerfish, but in the end I just pass up the Butterfly there completely, and then we'll take level 3 Quetzal. And now we're just back to rolling for Waffle and Anglerfish. Now we do get another cow, so I'll definitely take the level 3 Milk. Under normal circumstances, you don't see that too often, but I think a lot of people were taking cow to level 3 in this pack. And here on turn 14, we get matched with Collie. And I will link to his channel in the description. I'm sure at some point he'll do a video about his journey trying to get all the token achievements in this pack. We were basically running parallel, doing all the same things, trying to get the last achievements. And I guess this particular run was his level 3 nest. Or maybe he just took a second one just for fun, I don't know. Certainly towards the end of this period of playing the weekly over and over again, I was getting to the point where I was just trying to do silly stuff to try and keep myself interested, especially on runs like these where they're clearly not going to pan out the way you want them to. So I decide let's just try and win with double nest. Everyone in the Discord is complaining that they can't see any nests on opposing teams. So let's put a team out there that has double nest at the back. And that means your anglerfish has a much higher chance of offering nest to the other players. Of course, our team has to be good enough to beat opponents for them to be able to take the nest without the angler. But I think with Falcon by itself, you've got a decent chance of that happening anyway. Now here I probably should freeze the Campeto, but clearly I wasn't thinking about it. And instead we take the level up on the second nest. Extremely odd team here with level 3 pig on turn 16. I can't imagine being in this pack and going for the pig achievement. You would think that would be one that someone had got in Turtle Pack a long time ago. Either way, we end up tying, so we're on to turn 17 with our double nest team. And again here I should be freezing Conpeto, but for whatever reason I rolled past it again. But eventually I realised that that's what I should have been doing. And it gives us an anglerfish, which is basically the worst thing you could be offered. We could have had cockatrice or grizzly bear or Highland cow, but instead we get a completely pointless angler. Luckily the garlic here means that we can instantly knock out the 50-50 butterfly. And then strangely enough we end up copying a dirty rat. So we ended up having 3 level 3 tokens on our team during that battle because of the Falcon being at level 3. So there was a double level 3 nest win, but of course I already had the achievement at that point because it was one of the first ones that I ended up getting. So we might as well just look at that game. And in this particular game I actually ended up keeping Robin level 3 as well, which I thought was, kind of nice. Most people I think would be getting rid of the Robin as soon as they'd managed to get a nest. But yeah, I think here I'm also contemplating selling the donkey in order to bring in the second Quetzal. Yeah, we didn't find a chocolate, so if we want the level 3, we have to bring in this Quetzal now. I think a draw is unlikely here given that our Robin doesn't have garlic or melon. And yeah, we're just going to play the Quetzal sandwich and instant level 3 the nest on turn 17. And then look at this team here. They've got Moth that they kept from the beginning, and they're going for level 3 Zebra. And the breakpoint is perfect for the 1-up Nyala to knock out the Ox. And then there's a second perfect breakpoint there for the Moth to be KO'd. And we managed to scrape the level 3 nest with the level 3 Robin on board. Extremely unlikely outcome there, but yeah, it was nice to get some good luck in this weekly after so many failed runs. So here's another run where I'm just messing around. This was a nest scaled up from the beginning of the game with Dromedary, and I decided to get it to 50-50 in the shop. So there we fed a pair to the Tamarin, and then sold for the 50-50 nest. Unfortunately, I immediately lost the next round, but it was funny to do that nonetheless. So here's another team that has a nest going with Butterfly as well, so I think we're going to be offered both tokens in the end. So we can choose between the two, yep, and we already have a nest frozen from a previous turn. So I think at this point, again, things aren't really panning out the way I wanted them to, but being offered nest twice in the same run was pretty unlikely. So I decided to just test something out. So we'll instant level 2 the nest with the alpaca. We get another anglerfish. And yeah, probably I'm doing a bit of calculating here with the gold. I think I'm going to spend the chocolate on the alpaca. And yeah, we can't take both oysters because one of them is attached to the anglerfish. I'm just going to get rid of Cerberus now, bring in the angler, and instant level 2 it. And the effect of the angler doesn't go off until after the alpacas have leveled it. So that means you get the level 2 trigger, which is really nice. And I think, yeah, we're just going to combine again. And we actually get offered nest for the third time, I guess it is there. Now I'm just going to sell the hedgehog and probably sell the anglerfish as well. And because everyone had been complaining in the Discord that they were never seeing nest teams, I decided at this point, let's just run an entire team of nests and see if it's possible for anyone to actually get matched with them. Now, I'm pretty sure that there's some matchmaking logic that tries to make sure that dubious teams like this don't work or they don't get used in the pool. So, for instance, if someone was playing through to the late turns and then deliberately just replacing their team with a bunch of base stat tier 1s, I'm pretty confident that those teams just get removed and you can't match with them. I've certainly done that myself in the past. Generally don't waste my time doing it anymore because I don't think it does anything, but I thought this was too funny an opportunity to pass up. So we're going to go for the level 2 mammoth and mushroom it, and then we're just going to roll for some pills. And yeah, pretty optimistic at this stage, but if we got a few mammoth pills in, then maybe the stats on our units would be high enough for the matchmaking system to consider them legitimate, instead of just being 4 token pets and a mammoth. But yeah, a normal looking team here, so we're just going to lose. And unfortunately, I don't think we saw any pills at all on the previous turn. We get offered Cerberus. If we rolled a double pill and pilled both mammoths, then I would sell the Cerberus, but we don't get a single pill. Okay, we do get one finally with 2 gold left. So we're going to pill the mammoth and then just have to sell it again in order to bring in the final nest. Yeah, we'll sell the Cerberus because we get 1 roll. And then it offers us another pill and Competo, which is the worst possible offering. And yeah, we're just going to get smashed by this almost full level 3 team. Funny that the butterfly is only able to copy a 10-11 unit because our team is so bad. But yeah, I just wanted to have that end screen with 5 nests on the squad.